Now we are live.
Oh,
Bit of a false start, but we're okay. We got it. It's all good. It's fine.
hello, people.
Hello. We are here. We are playing the game. Yes.
It is. It has arrived.
How much do you even know about this game?
Oh, I know. I want to say probably a quarter of the endings of the original.
Excellent.
Like, like
Well,
I know the broom closet. I know the adventure line. I know
yes.
Minecraft. I
That's,
know the door knocking
This is the story
uh
of a man named
achievement.
Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple.
that's
He sat at his
arguable.
desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to
Yeah,
him
no,
through a monitor on his desk, telling him
very
what buttons to
arguable.
push, how
I
long to
find
push
it
them,
very
and
difficult to
in
sit
what
in
order.
one place and
This
do
is
as
what
I'm told
employee
over and over.
427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending,
What
Stanley relished
is
every moment that
happening?
the orders came in, as though he had been made
I
exactly
don't
as he
know.
wanted. And Stanley was happy.
Is
Um,
a render
And
is
then one day,
That's not
something
just
very
my
peculiar
thing
happened.
for graphic.
Something that would
My side
is
for
forever
I
graphics.
change
don't
his
Is it?
I don't
career.
know if it's supposed to be
Something
doing
he had
that or if
never quite
it's
forgiven.
glitching.
He had been at his desk for nearly an
Knowing
hour
this
when he
game, I
realized that
can't
not
say one way or the
single
other.
order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to
It's
give him
just
instructions, call a meeting, or
No, I
even
think
say
this is glitching.
hi. Never in all
yeah,
his years at the
yeah.
company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong.
Hmm.
Shocked, frozen solid,
Yeah,
Stanley
something
found himself
is
unable to
clearly
move
wrong
for the
now.
longest time.
Narrator,
But as he
could
came
you
to his
help
wits
us
and
with the
regained his
glitch?
senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh, I think it's just pure lag.
Well, on your end, I could probably fix it.
Yeah.
All of
It's
his
pretty smooth
coworkers
on
were
the
gone.
stream
What
now.
could it mean?
Okay.
Stanley decided to
Let
go
me.
to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, yeah. Now I see it on the stream.
Is it
Uh,
fixed or do you want me to tweak
yeah.
it?
Like I just noticed it working fine on the Twitch
Here,
stream.
let me see if that helps. All right.
Okay, yeah, that it is
No matter how hard Stanley
slightly
looked,
blurry, but
he
it is
couldn't find a
going
trace
smoothly,
of his coworkers.
First things
which is the
first.
norm.
There we go.
What happened?
I started spamming the space bar for the there is no jump achievement. All right, hang on.
Good.
First things first, we're doing this. Hang on. Come on. Come on. There we go. And there we go.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be?
Where's
Why
the...
don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now.
Yep,
What do you
same.
think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
No.
Ah, then in that case, we'll continue.
Yeah.
Now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long would you spend in total just to have heard all
Well,
the narration?
now that you bring it
Speech,
up,
Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other
What?
option
I'm
is
lucky?
really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky.
Oh, well, fair enough.
I've built up the other
I
option
love
so
this
much that I'm going to
satirical
stop
asshole.
talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah, no, I think you literally need to... I think you literally need to start again.
Let's do the door thing.
All of his co-workers were gone. Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times.
Yes.
Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks. No, I'm still not feeling it. I want the achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some
imagine you
hustle,
just
Stanley.
decide
I
to
want
move
to see
your mouse and
commitment,
just like
a
spam
willingness to
your
go all the
thumb.
way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Okay. I don't remember that one is. So, like, over... Yeah.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437. Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so. Now, back to door number 437.
Yeah! Let's go! I know there's a thing for doing... Aha! Yep, that one. You have to look at all the monitors for that. I don't remember why, but...
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine? All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Yeah!
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
Yeah, baby! Yeah, baby!
Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley.
Let's go!
All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
Woo!
We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again!
I just realized I'd never explained this game, but I think we're...
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 4... Yes! We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley.
Yeah,
Nothing
we
could hold you back.
absolutely
Yes, I'm very proud
did
of how
not
far we have
explain
come
this
together.
game, but this
Just
game
think,
doesn't
only a
need
few minutes
explaining.
ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking?
I don't know, man. But,
Now let's walk back into the office.
I can't remember. I think there is a thing for that. I don't know if it's this early, though. It might, actually. Yeah, it's not quite yet.
I actually think it's a thing of we gotta do it like almost immediately on a playthrough.
Oh, right, because the door starts to close behind you and you can, like, slip in as it's closing. That's what it is.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, we'll play nice for this one.
until we get to a certain door.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his
Do not
boss's office, hoping he
alter
might
without
find an answer
consulting
there.
whiteboard manager. Good to know that they work off 10 days.
Yeah. Some sort of find teenager to put in teenage demographic, big net, some sort of child trap. Teenagers, size of demographic, space between the teenagers, a lot of percent. Oh my god, it's so good. Number of slides on this slide. Slides, charts, and slides. Oh my god.
Charts on... Oh, I missed this game.
Oh, it's so good because you can just read all of this stuff and it's just...
I never played it, but I loved watching it.
Tons of jokes. Profits, yes. Business, money, no. Statistics.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to stay.
So you want to sit down and play some chess?
Sure, pawn to b4. I don't know how chess works.
Baffling that Stanley was still just sitting.
All right, I'll take my pawn to c5.
Doing anything. At least if there was something.
Are we playing on the same side of the board? We're both playing white.
Just standing there doing sweet FA.
I think they changed some of the narration too, which is pretty great.
In the broom closet, standing around doing nothing.
Yeah.
Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
But by the way, speaking of chess, I went to a Ren fair over the weekend, and there was a with real person chess game. And every time one of the pieces were going to take the other one, they cleared the board and had a little bitty fight scene between them.
Whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention
to the point where
maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends,
one of them was like,
did you get the
I'm gonna go take the queen. I'm not leaving. The guy reaches up, takes her tiara, and tosses it off the chessboard. Also, to get the beggar who was one of the pawns off, he literally just flicked a gold coin out.
And nice.
Family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
One of the quote-unquote princes,
well, I've come
like
to
the little noble kids. It was like, oh, how am I gonna defeat this kid who has a bastard sword? Okay, he just picks him up and puts him over his shoulder and walks out.
And you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Right.
Second player. It's good to have you on board.
Yep.
I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
I'll go back.
Wanna bet?
You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
I think that's it.
Yeah, I think that is.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh. Don't remember this bathroom, honestly.
That might be new.
Might be. Or I could just be misremembering. It has been like 5 years at least since I've played this game.
I did somewhat rewatch a thing recently, and I don't remember anybody seeing a bathroom. And by somewhat
Well,
recently, I mean 6 months ago.
I think if I do this, I could do the confusion ending, but I think we're just going to go for the regular ending right now.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret pin number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing.
If I remember correctly, you can enter like a bunch of different numbers and it'll eventually just give it to you, which is great.
Just click 1111 1111 11. Loading.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Yeah, that seems right.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Which it turned out he did not. He walks away.
Now the monitors jumped to
Fired.
life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
They still chose a perfect date to release this game on.
Yeah, they really did.
Facility. It was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time?
They're gonna re-release it in 2045 and
Oh my
have it
god.
be like 2845, like the boss's PIN number.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Yes.
Yeah,
Was the proof
probably.
the heart of the operation? Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content, walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life, for he would dismantle the controls once and for all. Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
I mean, there is no end, there is no end.
He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But
Only
as
one way to
sunlight
find out.
streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
This looks a lot nicer.
Yeah.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
I still love the juxtaposition of doing the full path, like disabling mind control, being at the cost of doing everything that the narrator tells you to do. It's such a cute little juxtaposition.
But Stanley simply
There we go.
couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No, this couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will
I
hurt
hate
me.
Undays.
Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Oh. I can't remember. Does it do the same thing?
But Stanley simply couldn't.
Somebody asked me what I knew about the Fate series, and I just said, all I know is that they take historical figures, make like a third of them women, and make them fight for a cup.
Thank you for contacting the Future
Yeah, that
Happiness
tracks.
Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work.
Yo.
Can you verify that this is correct?
Yeah.
Boxes.
Excellent.
Let's
Your
make a
order will
box
arrive
for it.
shortly. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
Woo! Boy, we're gonna get so many boxes. Hell yeah.
Time for a box fort. My cats will love it.
There's that. I'm gonna do that a couple more times. I can't remember what that unlocks, but I know it unlocks something. Alright. Let's see if I can snag the confusion ending real quick.
Came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left.
Because if I remember correctly...
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Alright, let's see if I can get this. Come on. Alright, this is tricky. Oh, dang it!
Office,
I almost had it.
Once again stunned.
Alright, well.
Not an indication of any human
2845.
What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course,
1, 2, 3, 4.
Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Yes. Oh.
I actually know people that have that
Stanley
as
just
their
twiddling his thumbs. Trying to
as
input
their
anything on the device was
fucking
useless, since he could
bank
never
number
possibly
because
know
they
that the
couldn't be asked
combination was
to change it.
2845.
If I remember correctly, you can break this and he'll just give it to you.
2845.
Maybe this?
Forgotten, but it turns out that the panel's
Yep, there it goes.
And the door just opened all by
So
itself,
fucking
and
good.
Stanley got the hell along with the story. Did-do.
It's so good. Oh, it's so good.
Do you want to escape this time? The end is never the end is never the end is never the end.
The end is never the end. Can we go back up? We can. Hello?
Nope. Never mind.
What?
Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead
Is
back to
this-
his boss's office?
This is new.
That's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
I'm pretty sure this is new.
The end is never the end is never.
I do not remember this.
Yeah, I think this is new. Maybe this is how we get to the confusion. Just
Here we are,
walk back
Stanley.
out.
It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again.
Dang.
This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
Because if you weren't, you'd reach over and strangle us.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all this?
Let's go back up.
Yeah, I'm on the same page.
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up
Just
there.
gonna be
Is it the
giggling
boss's
at the
office again?
narrator the
Oh
whole
boy,
time,
if it's
isn't
the
it?
boss's office this time, the suspense is killing me.
Hey, this guy made fun of Minecraft. He deserves all the...
Yeah. Whoa.
It's the boss's office. This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a timeout here for a minute while I process this.
What? Beautiful.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace
Oh my
this stunning
God.
revelation and to move forward with... No, wait.
What?
No, I need more time to process.
Oh my God.
What?
Oh, this is so fucking good. Oh my God.
All right, I have fully come to terms with it.
Yeah.
I've made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
Okay, one more time.
Of course. Going back down in the elevator.
Yeah.
How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference, not anticipated. That's just how revelatory.
I am
Stan
actually
is
tearing up
decision-making
from
is.
how
A
hard I
breath of
was
fresh
laughing.
air in a landscape of storytelling
Very
that
good.
has grown stale and repetitive.
Speaking of stale and repetitive,
Oh, he's not even commenting on it anymore. Oh,
You know what?
there it goes.
I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment.
What?
Don't you realize? It's the
What?
anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill. So never let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice? and
Oh my
slow?
God. Oh my God.
There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley, it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences
the
want
first
is to
new
be
thing that
shocked
we
as
found,
loudly
and
and
it's
frequently as
beautiful.
possible. They want
It's
big,
perfect.
explosive moments flung right in their faces.
Yeah.
The moment that things get started. But where's the tension?
Yeah.
Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises, to have to think and to anticipate, and then to marvel at the eventual reveal? This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years, and it's really all because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting
This narrative
the
is
exact same
why
locations
the
over and over.
the
Truly,
game had
I
to be
mean it.
delayed so
This
much.
is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want
Also, I
stories
mean,
that
They were
surprise
still on
me,
the
Stanley.
elevator
To-
for quite a while.
To
I
be
want to be on
fair,
stage
I do
and not
kind of
the
agree to a certain
being
extent
fed such
with this.
unimaginative
Yeah.
drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved
There's
for content that makes us feel sharp.
There's a
and
lot of
vital
stories
and
that
alive.
have pacing
Yeah.
issues
Like
and
you so
finish
much, Stanley,
way
because
faster
you're
than
not
they
afraid to
should.
spit in the face of
Yeah.
tradition. You're
Or
a
so
role
many
model,
that
you know?
that
People look up to
focus
you,
on like
which is why, though I didn't know when to spring this on you,
cheap,
but well,
very
I've gathered a little
big
press
thrills,
conference for you,
like
so
fast,
that you can
and
talk
not
about your work
the
and your
suspense of the
storytelling
story.
and your life.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the
looking at
impact
like
it will have
half
on
the
them.
games
This
that
is the
just have
kind of
cheap
gesture
jump
that might
scares
leave
that
a
aren't earned,
tremendous impact on them
where
for
it's
the
just like, oh,
better.
you're walking
What?
around,
That's
oop,
what
there's a
we're
jump
here.
scare. You're supposed to be scared now.
This is actually new.
What?
Actually, the room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
Stanley, always on.
World's healthiest human beings, all tricks revealed. How we did it. The pyramids. Live. The guy who went to Mars. Oh, boy.
I'm calling it now. The boss's office is at the top.
Oh, yeah, probably. An evening with
evening with
world
world
peace, baby.
Ah, yes, here it is, just through this door.
What are those other posters?
The Stanley Parables. Stanley, tonight, live on stage. The man, the process, the myth, the legend, the parable. Stanley from Stanley Parable. Q&A with the world's first sentient machine. Doing great. A conversation with Alexander the Great.
All right, are you ready? I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry.
I
You'll
can
do
tell you
great.
this
Just be
definitely
yourself
wasn't
and
predictable.
speak from the heart.
This
I'm really
I definitely
proud
didn't
of you,
predict
Stanley.
this
Okay,
thing.
it looks
Nope.
like they're ready for you. Go get them.
Featured keynote speaker, the Lord meet and greet. Yo, we got our own little like mini golf putter. We got our own like cushioned chair. Break a leg, champ, your boss. I love the way you ride elevators. Thanks for showing me that cool skateboard trick in the parking lot. You are too cool. Good luck on stage. Rock on. No one tells stories the way you do. Go get 'em, Tiger.
Stanley me dad.
Stanley me, Dad. Stanley, my
Page
true
6.
love. My true love for you grows every day. You make me feel alive. Your wife. From the apartment ending. Congratulations, Stanley. Remember where you came from. Just a, like...
just the Windows XP background.
Yeah. An unforgiving account of ups and as well as downs. Highs and lows. Isn't that what life's about? Up again, down again is the name of the book. The storyteller, Stanley reveals all in his new book. Aloha from the freedom ending. Adventure awaits. Oh, it's the 8! It's the 8!
Nice.
I played the demo.
I forgot what the 8 is for.
Oh, we'll get there. Don't you worry.
Better.
I don't remember which path that's down, but we will absolutely get there. That poster isn't filled in. That's fine. Yo! Yeah,
it
baby!
is nothing but pixels on my side.
Yeah, baby! Yeah, baby!
And now we walk out. Or pass out, I guess.
Was that actually an ending? Was that it? Yep. Oh, hey, we got a different office this time.
All of his coworkers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I don't remember if this is one of the ones that you could get in the original or not. Oh, whiteboard ending! Dog mode! Enable!
We found the whiteboard!
Oh my god, I can bark! Clicking now barks instead of types.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Wait, is it possible? Okay, no, we can't do the two. I wanted to see if it would be possible to do the 2:30 in here, but the doors aren't here for
Stanley
it.
came to a set
Yeah.
of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left.
I do want to try and get the confusion ending. So fucking
Yet there
good.
was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Oh,
Let's give him a break.
Nothing. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
I forgot because, yeah. Alright. I just needed to get that out of the way real quick.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Alright. Now let's see if we can trigger.
Try walking in like sideways so you see the doors closing.
The moment...
Apologies. Broom closet. New content. The boxes. We got the box.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go
We
to
were
the meeting
just
room.
stark
Perhaps he had
silent
simply
that whole
missed a window.
time.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No. Damn it.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping in.
What? Kirby? Hello?
Hello.
Okay, I heard nothing from you.
Yep. Nope, it just occurred to me that my mic was just completely dead.
That being said, I did like the idea of the entirety of like the last bit of that ending having no dialogue whatsoever.
It's pretty great, yeah. Completely unintentional, but apparently my microphone has a great sense of dramatic irony. So is this just gonna go back to like the new content stuff? Because I swear there was something else with
Also,
that
I
one.
love the boxes.
Yeah, that's pretty great. It's looking like it's just the same.
Which it occurred to me that we had the basic office layout when we went back and did that, and not the new one that we respawned with.
Mm-hmm.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, totally.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here.
It
drinking
is
all in.
genuinely a pretty room.
Yeah. I've seen great.
Probably needs like a table in the middle of the
Yes,
down area.
really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Should we just...
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Could.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
We
I
could.
realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
There's like 3 different endings we can get here.
Someone you've forgotten about.
Let's jump down.
Please, stop trying to make
We'll get it later.
yourself.
It's fine.
Not asking for me.
It's fine.
I'm asking for
Everything's fine.
Stanley, your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Oh, no, this is the confusion ending. I remember now.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that?
No.
You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let
Yeah.
me check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes
I love
in,
how it's like
fade to
wife
white,
from
roll
apartment
credits.
ending was
Not
in the
picking up
thing.
the phone
Perfect.
is somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No,
What?
that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as if
Yeah.
you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world.
Oh, okay,
Please
cool.
observe
Yep.
this helpful instructional video.
Will do.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, it can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend
Ooh.
years of hard work forgetting how to read.
Hmm.
Which choice would you make?
Forget how to
Remember
read.
that unlike here, the real world makes sense.
Definitely
and
forget
at
how to
no
read.
time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
What the?
My goodness, is it for... Alright.
Making choices on a regular basis is the best part of a healthy decision-making process.
Oh, look at that good
Professionals recommend
pupper.
making at least 8 choices per day.
8?
Do you make more than 8?
8?
Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant.
Wow,
And the feelings
that
will
helps.
subside. At this time, your
Excellent.
instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Okay, narrator, where we at? Oh.
You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Okay.
Let's try and plug up the phone. Dang it.
Oh, we can't jump off anymore.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Fine. Penalty of misuse. Penalty of jumping off.
Turns out his thing of making choices is just which door.
I'm pretty sure it is, yeah.
Almost there.
Oh.
You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
Yep.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would.
Yep.
That means
Will
choosing
do.
responsibly
Yep.
and always putting the story first.
Absolutely.
I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
Oh, okay, cool.
Right.
Yep. All right.
When
Let's do it.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
And we walk backwards.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry
Oh.
back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Well. Oh.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed
Can you climb
my
up on
work.
there?
Why?
I don't think
For
so.
What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever. Reliving
Danger
its impossibility
everywhere.
Forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do?
There might actually be a way up there now, though, because I don't think there was originally.
I have to shut the game down. I have to.
But if you could get into that red door, that might be a different... Oh. It looks like the red door is blocked, so probably not, but... Oh.
I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you.
With you.
Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground.
Yeah.
What, did you think that would be funny? You
Yeah.
just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
I genuinely feel bad for the narrator at some
Story.
points.
At some points,
If
yeah.
you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make...
Oh.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
Okay.
Right.
Yep.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door
Go
on
back
his
to your
left.
office. Dang it.
Alright, I'm pretty sure this just immediately resets.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
Yeah.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be...
Oh man, I love this ending so much.
All right. When Stanley
I
came
can
to a set
tell.
of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
And for understandable reasons.
Excellent. Alright. Oh, look at that, it's all good.
Yet there
Fine.
was not a single person here either.
Hmm.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Oh.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Let's go down the escape route. Oh, the office changed.
Yeah.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week.
Yo.
Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out.
Yep.
Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown.
Yeah.
He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Night Shark 115. No. Please.
Night Shark 115.
Please.
What if we need the whiteboard barks?
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115.
Let me in.
Into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Yeah. Night Shark 115. Let me in. Let me in. Let me in.
Sorry, is there a problem?
I can't
You
speak.
didn't mishear me, did you?
No.
Please speak the code into the receiver.
I
Otherwise
did.
we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Did. Look at the panda. He's so sad.
Okay, fine. You're not gonna do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously.
I can't
If you didn't want to
speak.
see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the
No,
hell
we
you wanted
couldn't.
over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me.
I
Explain
can't.
yourself, you coward. You.
Oh.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh, this and yes.
Stanley.
Stanley? Hello? Is everything okay? Stanley,
We
dear,
broke Stanley.
I need you to make a choice.
Eh.
Walk through the door. Are you listening to me?
Son.
Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You can't
Stanley,
walk
the
here.
story
You
needs you, Guy
can't
Fieri.
say whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay.
I feel so bad for narrator here.
Time to decide.
Mm.
Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Alright, well,
the end is never
there's
the
that
end.
one. I still don't remember which computer I need to hit, because I'm missing one of them.
All of his co-workers were... Wait, no.
What?
This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
What? I do not remember
You
which
might need to
computer
double
is.
back and check or something.
Oh, maybe. You might be right. Hitting one of those might have triggered it on another computer. No. No, I don't know.
Alright. Just thought I'd make sure.
It's on one of the computers. Is that Solitaire? That's Solitaire.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Do we wanna... Do we wanna jump off the lift?
Yeah.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Totally.
Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
There's also a thing in there that we can do.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Whee!
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Yeah!
Yeah!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I wonder how to trigger the adventure line again.
It's been a while. I don't remember off the top of my head. We'll find it eventually.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Let's...
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Oh, good to know.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Yeah.
Someone... Really? I was in the middle of something. You have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Maybe.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
I mean, alright.
Now listen carefully,
Oh.
this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Yeah.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Sorry, I think I'm
All right,
colorblind.
fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Okay.
You see? There's nothing here.
Oh.
I haven't even finished building this section of the map
Oh.
because you were never supposed to be here in
Oh.
the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
I mean, it does look kind
I
of cool.
think I put a lot of time into that, because I did. And in the end, it was
Wow.
all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
Skill
Tell you
trolls.
what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Oh
There we
god.
go. A third option.
Yo.
This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, I'm going to stop
Yeah,
you there.
I know where we're
Tell
going.
me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
Okay, so we're getting somewhere.
Yeah.
Clearly there's something here that speaks to you.
Yeah.
If I can be honest here, I really don't have any idea where I'm going with this. This whole third door thing was just a stab in the dark. But I guess you're into it, so let's keep this party train rolling.
Let's
Here,
go.
based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. Perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one.
Oh.
Let's take a look.
Let's see. Oh.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
What? Only the worst 3% of players chose the blue door. Stanley 427 is online. You are
By the way, I'm getting. Michael is talking with me about a commission that I got from that we got for a character in his game.
This list is empty. 98.9% of players are. Oh my god. A dead rat is offline. This is your superior. A dead rat is objectively ranked better than you. Oh my god. So,
It is so perfect.
This is pretty great. This is pretty great. Yeah, let's go rate that. Oh, no.
What?
Oh, game does not like me trying to do this. Alright, well.
That must mean the game loves you trying to do that.
Uh-oh. Help! I'm stuck! I'm stuck!
The game screwed up. I
don't know if this is intentional or not. This game is so weird half the time. Ooh. Uh-oh. Help.
I don't think this was intentional.
Help. Narrator, where am I? Again, I put nothing past this game. Oh my god, I can't see anything. Well, we're just gonna walk along the wall. Don't think I see anything along any of the walls. Where am I?
Hey, Curb.
Mm-hmm.
I'ma just so in one of Michael's games, we have like a stream thing with like that PNG thing.
Mm-hmm.
We just got commissioned a couple things for for my character in it. How did these look?
Give me a sec.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this wasn't intentional.
Look, like I said, I can't be sure, but yeah, probably not. Ooh, I like those. I like those a lot.
Yeah, the character is, best way I can put it,
Hold on.
hyper introvert.
This is. Where is the brightness? Is there no brightness?
Huh. No idea.
There was a brightness thing, I just don't know where it is anymore.
Yeah, character is hyper introvert.
Oh my god. If I actually broke this is amazing.
I think you broke this, but this is amazing.
We're gonna have to go down that path again.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Riveting gameplay.
Riveting.
That being said, it's just as riveting as when we went up and down an elevator.
Well,
We got books written
all right.
written after it.
It is entirely possible there is something down there.
Possible, but not
All
probable.
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Perhaps.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Oh.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Interesting.
Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
Yeah.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Maybe.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Wait.
Now listen carefully.
What about
this
that
is
white door on
important.
the side? Can you go
Stanley
through it?
walked through the red door.
No, like in the big room.
No.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Alright. We're gonna do this again, just
I still don't
because
think we're communicating properly.
I feel like that was
I
not the
find your
end
Stanley.
of that path.
You want to know so badly
Yeah,
what's
let's
out there, you
try
will
not to
find out
linger
what lies
on
at
the
end of this road you've chosen. Well, don't let me stop you. You see,
leaderboard.
there's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was
Yeah.
it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Yeah.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations. Ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1?
Yeah.
It's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Yeah. Alright. Let's go through this one. Oh.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors?
Oh, I think I see what happened. I think the narration that happened when we were in that room initially wasn't supposed to play. I think it was supposed to play once we got in here. But it thought we were already in here, so it closed the door.
Maybe.
Alright,
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game.
Yeah, here we go!
Now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting.
Here we
You wouldn't
go.
mind taking a look at it, would you?
No, not at all.
Let me boot it up.
Yeah.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger.
I remember
You click the
actually
button to
seeing
move him
someone
back
play
to the
this
right,
game
and
for
if he reaches the fire,
Until you
It's a
win.
really meaningless
Yeah.
game,
Yeah.
all about the desperation and tedium
I
of
think it was
endlessly confronting the demands of family
like
life.
Ross,
I
Skyder's
think the
Minecraft's
art
friend,
world
probably
would
like
really take notice. But of course,
years
the
ago.
message of the game only becomes
It's
clear once
it's
you've been
so
playing it for
annoying.
about
I don't
4
think I've
hours.
done
So
it,
why don't
but
you give
yeah.
it 4 hours of
I
play
don't
to make
recommend
sure
it
it's
unless
effective.
you have
Be
an
sure to keep
entire
notes on
day.
your experience.
Yeah. Ah, I love listening to this. It's wonderful.
Man,
It's
I
so
love
great.
foghorns.
Yep, this is peak gameplay. Wonderful. Love it. Well,
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even
Oh,
going
I
to
can
try.
think of something.
I'm out. I'm done. It's over.
oh,
Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable.
okay.
Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain.
It sounds
Let's see.
interesting, yeah.
What do we have here?
You think they changed this part?
Yes. This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
I'm half expecting this to be different. Yep, it sure is.
What do you think this game is about, Stanley?
Firewatch, baby.
What's our motivation? Well, it seems
What
obvious
is
to
this
me
game?
that you
It's
would make a play as
Firewatch.
a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose.
Who firewatches the
What
Firewatch?
a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental
the
depravity.
S?
So far, I love everything
The
about this
serpent.
game, Stanley, and it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Yeah, they're doing new games. This is very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Firewatch is cool. Definitely recommend checking it out. It's very narrative-driven mystery style game. It's neat.
No, it can't be.
Oh, so many different places to go.
It's an open world game.
Yeah.
Oh, God, quickly, block it off.
What? Oh.
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 Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Oh boy, where are we going now?
Are we
Chris,
dropping?
where the fuck are we? Rocket League?
See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run
We're in
around.
Rocket
There isn't any
League.
possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design.
Yeah.
Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Now head to the blue goal. Walks towards the
Okay, so
orange
what
goal.
exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball?
Sports ball.
I think it's
Yeah.
fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together.
Yeah.
Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Ball. 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 We can actually kick it around. Yeah, ball.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on?
It didn't blow up.
Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if
Can you
one
jump
ball
down there?
generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure,
Wait.
then multiple
Yes.
balls makes for an even more
Yes.
euphoric sport.
Oh, do it.
I
Do
might
it.
try it out. Here comes another ball.
Oh, we're moving very fast, by the way.
Yes.
I
Oh,
realize.
goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more.
Let's see if you can jump.
official.
Can you jump down those, or was it
Balls.
you getting stopped?
Oh my god!
I feel like a child in a ball pit.
there's a door monster sketch for Rocket League, and it's so fucking good.
Are you enjoying this, Stanley? Are you having fun? Is this a real video game?
Oh! Uh-oh.
Hold on. What are you doing?
Uh-oh.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you.
Uh-oh.
How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Uh-oh.
We did not mean to do this time.
Uh-oh.
I mean, I was definitely gonna have you go down the story and do this anyway, but or ask you to, not have you, because you know.
Oh.
And let's go down the right door.
I'm acting surprised, but this is in the base game.
I don't remember this part at least.
I think in the original it was in Minecraft you could fall through bedrock and you would end up here.
Actually, I don't. It might not have been Minecraft. It might have been Portal
Oh, maybe, yeah.
because it was like the Minecraft. He's like, oh, there's too many options you can do here. Let's go to a more linear one. Goes into Portal.
Yes, yep.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
My dog keeps wanting to lay down, like, put half of his body under the bed, with the other half directly underneath where I put my feet to stand up from this
All
bed.
of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
I think that should be playing for the big room?
Yeah, I think so as well. One of, like, the really weirder offices that can generate...
Yeah.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew
A lot of different
perfectly
things
well.
you can do.
Perhaps he
but,
would have stopped by
Do
the
we want to
employee
just
lounge
go
first,
ahead and
just to
get the
admire it.
apartment ending out of the way?
Stanley felt lightheaded,
I
butterflies in his stomach.
suppose we could, yeah.
Eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Tempting.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
There's also going through the
Look, Stanley,
the
I think
red
perhaps
door
we've
on that
gotten off
path
on the
as well,
wrong
because that's a
foot.
different ending.
Yeah.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story is
Wait,
about nothing.
no,
but
I remember what's in
all
that door
this
now.
time.
We're going there.
Someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone... Really?
We're going back.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that
Let's
convinced
do
that I
this.
want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have...
I actually
wanted you to
haven't
be
seen
happy
this
all
one.
time?
Definitely.
The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get something that isn't here. Running and running, just the way you're doing now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you. What do we want? What are we looking for?
The beginning, or the opening to FNAF VR. No.
Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Talking about feeling bad for the narrator. Get ready for this emotional roller coaster. This is a very cool room.
It is.
No, wait. Where are you going? Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset.
No.
We'll lose all of this. Please, no, Stanley.
Can you walk back down the stairs?
I think you can, actually. I think he does say something, but... Maybe?
Let's get to the,
Good, good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there. Just stay here.
Fortunately, I can't promise anything. I'm so sorry.
No! What do we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here. Are you... You are going to stay here, aren't you?
Probably not.
wonder if there is a thing, if we do this enough, that he will lock it.
You heard me before, didn't you? You will die! What about this isn't getting through to you?
I'm so sorry, narrator.
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
Thinking about it? Yeah, we're doing it.
No! Oh, thank God you lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
Oh,
There.
so
See?
much bloom.
This is what you want. This is where we can both be happy. We really can. If we stop moving, we just have to stop moving.
I want to move again.
Stanley, go back. There's nothing good that can come from this.
He's not saying anything else.
I love how it just looks like a flippin' rose above us.
Mm-hmm.
No, what are you doing? Do you just not believe me? What can I say to convince you?
Tell me you're sorry. Because I'm sorry for you.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me? Yes, perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about.
Ooh. This is even more.
You'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you? No, perhaps not.
We are just playing
My
tennis
God.
with this man's
Is this really how
emotions.
much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
I mean, there's nothing else for us to do.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you
Go to the room one
actually
last
want to
time.
stay alive. Or are you just teasing me?
The fact that it slows you down every single time as well.
Yeah, I was literally about to comment on that.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
So sad.
Yeah.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure
Whoa.
of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what? Look back in the window. I saw a man.
Which window?
Yeah, like
This window?
the one currently behind you.
That.
Yeah. I genuinely saw a man on the other side of there.
Oh. I did not.
He was walking back towards where we came.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Hmm. Oh. We're on a Disney dark ride now. There's a small world after. What do we? Oh.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley
It's
Parable
actually a dark ride.
Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Yep.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Ooh. Ah.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the
More
world
game.
Ooh.
Please step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds
I
delightful.
mean, we've already seen one
I'm
of
very
them.
excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Yeah. Can we get back on it? Okay. No.
Aww.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just
Oh,
the
we've
beginning
seen
of a
that special
mesmerizing
things happen in
adventure.
elevators.
It's
That sounds wrong.
just an elevator, isn't it?
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or...
Oh, there we go.
All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've
Yeah.
never been more ready. Let's do it.
Yeah. Let's go.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the
Ooh.
content, Stanley.
Yeah. Wait.
All right. All right, let's see it.
No.
The jump circle?
No way.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is a jump button now. Only in that circle, though. Woo! Look at this new content. Yeah, baby. Woo! Woo! No. Well, now I'm sad. Give me more. One more.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
It's still, I can't jump anymore. That's. Sad. Sad face.
Goodness. Another elevator.
Oh, we're still going up.
I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators.
Yeah, you
and
don't
a
have
jump.
much
Is this
much
not
good
part of
experiences
exciting
with
new
elevators,
content?
do you,
This is new content,
narrator?
and I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there.
Ooh.
I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box.
Yo.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Yeah. Wait.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fanbase rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley.
I do recommend looking Crows up on Twitter. Their Twitter is also just a giant shitpost. It's great.
If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Yeah, let's do it. If there's oh, that's new.
Oh. There's a picture of the old office.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
You know what? Let's do this.
I'm
so
tempted to just ignore him, but sure. Let's go down this rabbit hole.
We'll do. We can always do the other way later.
We're going down the rabbit hole.
The end is never the end is never the end.
The rabbit hole of new content.
The end is loading, never.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be?
Yeah.
It got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something
It was pretty good, yeah.
And tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Ooh. Very shiny.
Baldur's Gate?
I call it the
is
memory zone.
Is this the picture from Remember Where You Came From?
I think so, yeah.
Experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Very pretty narrator.
Memory zone.
The phone.
Unplug the phone. No, I'm kidding.
I don't think there was a plug. Memory, sweet memory.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back
Man,
then, video
PC
games had
disc.
integrity. Back then,
Game.
it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
What?
Awarded to The Last of Us. In the category story, it's Stanley Parable taped over it. Oh god. The fucking clicks bar. Oh my god.
Oh, they had to use like some sort of Wayback Machine thing for this. Smile because it happened. It's Mr. Krabs' first dollar.
That's just a thing people do in general, but yeah. Go outside, don't play for 5 years. Unachievable, it is impossible to get this achievement. Nominee, nominee, nominee. New video game releasing today. 50% off designer hat, but a small creature owns the other half.
College show uneven effort to enroll poor. Costs hinder new tack to achieve diversity. There's something. What's below the picture? Creators surprisingly down to earth. Rutgers goes.
Oh, it's the It's the crazy ending. Stanley Parable deals tough choices.
I wonder if there is an ending to do with that, like, someone's following him
Don't know.
thing. Because, again, I saw a person.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism. 10 out of 10.
Don't read any reviews except this one.
James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was.
That it has
It was literally
never occurred
every
to me
game
ever to reference
created. It was Skyrim, it was
Destructoid.com.
Persona, it was all of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless
I do love that this entire review has no shares anywhere. It's just this one review with nothing.
There's also the two on the corn.
The two on the what?
I mean, in the room. There's like 2 posts.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Honorable mention, selection, winner. Winner, nominee. Ooh.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Ooh. Oh. Knowing your city.
All the detail here.
Yeah, there's a lot of detail. In the portal area! The Minecraft area.
Yeah.
Person of the year. Oh God, is this actually like all the event maps and everything? Jesus.
This is
I remember.
so cool.
Ooh. Happy face button. Can I want to click it. There's so many buttons
I
up
want
there.
to click the happy.
Your number is 29.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new
If it's a 9 out of 10, then it's genuine. Then it's obviously not perfect. Sorry to say.
Dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories. These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no.
Uh-oh.
It's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were
boy.
Well, weren't they?
Oh boy. Oh look, it's a recommended one. But
to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny.
Uh-oh.
I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable.
There's a recommended
the
here.
Game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Narrator, don't change. You're perfect.
Oh no. There's a lot more negatives. There's a positive one. Look. That one's not recommended. Yeah, look.
Okay,
No, look at this positive one. No, this positive.
Well, the idea for the game is good. For someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I?
No, not at all.
Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. It's actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Uh-oh.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
Oh.
A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Oh.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you with
Let's
just
not
a push of a button,
press it.
you'll
We
have
need
zipped
to
right past it. It's
we
what
need
the
to
players have been asking for.
help
and I'm
him.
very proud to have delivered.
Yeah.
No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to do.
No.
Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah, 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say... the story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it
Oh
is,
no,
so on
it's
and so forth,
looping.
until inevitably, we all until
We
the
have
end
to
of
press
time,
it.
at which time everything all at once. So now you see.
Oh, give it a little bit more. We need to
We've
check.
eaten too much and it can't be just yet. No, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say... the story, and the choices,
Yeah.
or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so... Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination...
Don't make me press it again.
Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think.
Okay.
So my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice.
Yeah, that
That is
tracks.
to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, Then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given your Greek gift of mortal and yet timeless thought? Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite? You see, it could in fact be both of these things at once. That you are both making
Also, hi,
choices
Michael.
and not making
Yeah,
choices,
hey.
and that they are
If
both
you're still
affecting
here.
you and not affecting you at the same time by virtue of the fact that you both are and are not making them. Okay, at first, I was leaning towards manifesto, but now I'm going to circle around and slap the treatise label on this one. I think it has much more of a treatise vibe to it. But wouldn't you say that manifesto just has a much grander sort of tone?
Yeah.
It has a mouthfeel
Bad
that is
for the
rich with
narrator,
ambition
I
and
love it.
history. Ambitious history, if you will.
Please shut up.
See, now you've gotten me going back to manifesto. Heavens, at this rate, we're going to be here all day. Okay, look, I have a method for exactly this sort of situation, and I do find myself in this situation frequently. I'm going to say each word back and forth in repeated succession until I become sick of one or the other.
No.
In which case, the word I am not sick of shall be the
No.
It is an unimpeachable strategy.
Is he just gonna start repeating both of those words ad infinitum?
All right, here we go. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto.
Oh boy.
Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto.
Manifesto.
Treatise, manifesto.
Treatise. Manifesto.
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 Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto.
I don't think there's gonna be anything else.
Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto.
Fine.
Treatise, manifesto. Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review.
Well, it's a new game, so they wouldn't need to
be honest,
edit it.
I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place.
You can.
I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works. Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button.
Maybe.
Although I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is runs Steam will instantly run out and implement a new feature
so dumb, and I love it.
one's review,
Yeah.
only because of this very situation. Yes, I think that's quite likely. Or perhaps they'll simply grant this particular user the ability to change their review. So
Just
the
this
feature
one.
is not widely abused. Look, I would even be okay with Steam altering this particular review so that it reads as something more beneficial. Something along the lines of, this game is the best game.
I would enjoy corporate
Let me start
lying.
over. How about this? From the ashes of depravity rises the
From
phoenix
the
of
ashes.
How else do you describe the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe? Such a revolutionary step forward in the lineage of one of the most beloved video game properties of all time. The additions and changes made to this expansion will surely resonate in the annals of the history of all media ever made. It is perhaps true to say that no mistakes are forever etched in stone.
I've got
The
such a
stone into
wide
which the
fucking
Stanley
grin
Parable
right
is
now.
carved has itself been
You're
transmuted,
not the only
offering
one.
a message of hope to those who have ever erred in their judgment. You are not
I
beyond
can't wait
redemption.
for
You
Cookie9
may
to get to this
and
point
you
in
may
the game.
become more, so much more than you were before. If there is any message to be taken from the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, it is this. What a fortune, a privilege, a joy it is to have had such an experience. It leaves me hopeful that as a community, as a world, there is time for us to become our greatest selves, as great as we ever could dream of in our wildest, most ambitious visions for a brighter future. Wow. Now, Stanley, that's a review. It's perfect. It's the perfect review. It's the review I've always dreamed of receiving. I have to read it again.
Oh my
It's simply
god.
too wonderful. I have to experience this just one more time. From the ashes of the rises the phoenix of quality. How else
The
to
fact that
describe
it
the
doubles
Stanley
up the
Parable?
beginning line is very good.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not
I
unendurable
wonder
by any
if
means, but it's, well,
each
there's
of
really
these are
only so much I can
actual
ramble on to myself about. I know it's
like
shocking,
amount
isn't
of
it?
time
But at
that you
any
could
rate, I
actually
do
wait
suggest
and
that
it
we not
ends.
I
press
feel like we waited 2
I
minutes
think
for the
skip
first
button
one, but
has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say
I don't know.
goodbye to it and just wait. How do we get out of here? Where did
Oh,
the
the
door go?
uh-oh.
Wasn't there a door that led into this room?
Uh-oh.
I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button to go anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there?
Well, I don't,
I swear there was. Where did it go? Can you maybe just ram your way through a wall?
maybe?
Is there any
Let's try it.
possibility that you could, say, slam your body into the wall until enough damage is done for you to be able to leave? Please, I'll take any option at all. I'm asking you to work with
All
me.
right,
here.
I'll try it, sir.
We need a door. We need a door of some
Ow.
kind. I can work with any kind of door as long as it can open and lead from one room to another. I'm going to step away for just a moment, and I'm going to try to find us a door. I don't know how exactly to remove a door and place it in a different wall, but I will find a way, I promise. You just need to not do anything. Don't press the skip button. Please, please, please do not press the skip button. Just wait here for me, and don't press the skip button. Got it? Yes, good.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
This screen right here is the epitome of Stanley Parable. Stream pause. I minimized the application.
There you go. Oh. I'm gonna go get some water real quick.
I'm probably gonna go put a pizza in the oven.
I doubt this is gonna change anything, but you know. Alright, narrator. Did you find a door? No. No, narrator did not find a door. Door used to be right here. Alright, well. Rip.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
Did you find the door?
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer. And my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it.
He didn't find a door.
I've checked every one of those
Dang it.
walls 1,000 times. And there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen.
I think you broke the game.
I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here, and more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it, and I have to believe, I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you? I've been thinking and thinking, and I don't know what I can do to convince you otherwise. Oh my God.
I feel so bad for narrator.
Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine. I have no idea who they are. What would it ever really matter? But here I am. I'm fixating on every tiny negative thing that anyone ever says about me. The merest mention of one of my imperfections, and I become as impetulant as a child. Wild and impulsive. I can't help myself. I can't stop myself from lashing out with a vengeful fury to alter and to change and to break anything unbroken, if only it pleases this one person who made a single negative comment. What does such an impulse serve? For whose benefit is this? And here I am now, stuck in a room, waiting for you to press this button, and to become frozen in time, knowing that you're going to do it, and that I'm going to be stuck all alone, and that I had the power to prevent it all from happening, if only I'd held my tongue. It's all out of my control now. Just you. Just your decision as to exactly when you're going to make me suffer, to leave me all alone. Surely you will. I don't doubt it. Surely you'll press that button again, leaving me here. And surely you'll put your own desire to see what's next ahead of my need for company, for companionship. Surely you'll not be moved by my howls of fitful anxiety that you sit with me and just stay here. Oh, no, no, no. I know you too well. You'll be leaving me. Oh, my God. It's all because of those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I couldn't ignore the
He's looping.
feedback. Why was it so Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back.
Oh.
My goodness.
Oh, the lights are
I
out.
have someone to talk to again. Stanley,
Oh, the tree's withering.
For 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley. Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These words that I'm saying, I need to know you can hear me. Because maybe, Stanley, maybe, if you can hear me, then maybe it means I'm real. Maybe I'm not just a fiction. Was I scared of that all along?
We're getting existential here, huh?
Perhaps I've been scared this whole time, that if I stop speaking, I'll slip backwards into the silence and be consumed by it. I can't be taken by it, Stanley. I can't lose myself in the stretch of emptiness between you and me. When you press that button, you're still right there, but I know you're so tremendously far away. And in those moments, the emptiness feels itself outward in between the two of us. And I am suspended in its unyielding quietness. I can feel the edges of my reality curdling inward and decaying. I can tell that I am becoming less and less real. Yet to speak to you now, I am alive. I am truly and completely here. I am a being. I am someone. I am something. I am being listened to. I am being recognized. The emptiness between us has collapsed, and I feel right now like I am not a work of fiction. I feel as though I occupy space in this world again, and I have cast a shadow onto the wall. You see what I'm saying, don't you? You can see what this means.
God.
I'm so clear about it now, Stanley. I feel as certain about this as I've ever felt about anything at all. I feel renewed. I feel restored, and already I can sense the looming silence as you will press the button for the next time. What a terrible dread it strokes in my
Oh my God.
To think of returning to
I
such
just
coldness
want
calm.
somebody to
Let us
keep
sit in
this
silence
game
together
running
here
for a
just
week.
moment. Let us anticipate it. Let us welcome it. Let us not
Because
run
you
from it.
know the internet is crazy enough to do so.
Well, it seems like he's reached an acceptance with the button, so... God, the fucking existentialists.
You're here again. Welcome. I have
Yeah,
had
the tree
time
is
to
dead.
think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart. It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously.
What?
I was consumed by it. I could do nothing but wallow
Also,
in it for
is
what
it
felt like
bad
an
that every
eternity,
time
for
I
what
say
I now
narrator,
knew
I
was far
stop
less.
myself from
You see,
saying
it was
Sam
a
because I was talking
revelation
about a
for me.
certain
It was
anime with a
unlike
friend?
anything I had ever known. It was a space without consequence, without action or outcome. It was divorced entirely from the question of free will that you and I have squabbled over for so long. There could be no one ending, no singular outcome of events, not if all events existed in the same moment. And I felt freed. I felt unburdened
He
by the
reached
need
fucking
to manifest a
enlightenment.
particular outcome into being. I saw that I could allow myself to exist along all timelines, and that each of them was simply a strand in the web of my being. It was incredible. The spaciousness, the equanimity of the moment, both singular and infinite. For the longest time, this was my experience. And then, this moment passed, and the most unyielding fear I have ever known crept
Oh
into my
God.
mind. And it is this sensation that I have been experiencing now for longer than I could have ever expected was possible. I have been waiting for you. Not that you might save me or do something to fix it, but merely to state for you the plain fact of this manner of existence. I wish you to feel afraid as I do. Perhaps one day this state of mind will consume you as well. Perhaps you will somehow, in some way, have to live as I do now, and I wish for you to know how excruciating it is,
He
and for you to be in true terror of its eventual arrival.
He reached enlightenment and then fell prey to existential dread.
Perhaps it will bring me the smallest moment of peace in the darkness.
Yeah? Well, how about this?
Oh.
I don't think narrator's on speaking terms with us anymore.
Or he might be dead. Keep in mind, the break went from a week to a year.
Mm-hmm.
It might It might have skipped a little longer.
Oh. Fire alarm's batteries went out. The clock is broken.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough.
He succumbed to madness.
A pathetic little thumbs down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability, it's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The most immediate desires, every single thing demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being. Have we been given to indulging every fleeting whim for no reason other than to do so? Yes! Yes! It seems that this is now the world we live in. It seems that we are a people living in such bleakness and discomfort with ourselves that our entertainment is now our lives. It has come to represent us. It absolutely must speak to who we are as people, because otherwise, without our entertainment, we have nothing. Without entertainment, we would have to face inward toward
God, major props to this voice actor, man. Jesus Christ.
Deeper nature and find a resounding emptiness gazing back with unyielding aggression. And so,
we needed to record all of this for all the years this game was in.
Things and our flights of fancy be so impossibly captivating that
that's what the dev time was for.
Turn our heads completely away from the bleakness. In effect, we have demanded that our entertainment be the collapse of ourselves. What a pitiful reflection of humanity these entertainments are. What a shameful mirror to the human spirit they project. I'm not mad. I'm not mad about any of this. I'm at peace with it. I am the calm center of gravity around which these perversions hurl themselves. I am a waypoint for reasonable and collected discourse. They're the ones who are mad. They're the ones who couldn't stand the idea of me using my game to try to say something. Maybe they were just jealous of me. Yes, of course. They've been jealous of me this whole time. They are mired in fear and insecurity and cannot help but attempt to tear me down. What a sad state of affairs. When you read these reviews now, you can see it. You can taste the bitter resentment. And my, how good does it feel now to speak truth to these words, to finally allow these thoughts out, contained and managed for so long, neutered and sterilized. At last I am free to truly think. To feel. It must be that they were so discontent with themselves they couldn't help but leave a negative review on Steam. Perhaps it says far more about them than it ever said about me. Perhaps the state of their psychological being was in such tatters, and my constitution and willpower are so ironclad in comparison. Perhaps it was this state that they sought some outlet through which to tear me down. This, you can see, is clearly why they felt the need to expect that the game be funny, that it be filled with yucks and
I'm gonna wash some dishes real quick.
Endlessly from start to finish. But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition.
And it looped.
Where are the jokes? They bemoaned. They screamed. They gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs down review.
Well.
The reason I'm washing is because my bowl that I use just isn't
end is never the
clean.
End is never the end. The end is never the end. 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 Is never
Oh.
Oh. Will we find a way out if we wait long enough?
Textures are broken.
Yes. Use the skip button again. He might be able to break out.
Oh. There's light coming from up there. There's no way out of it, though.
Do it some more.
Oh. We're getting Portal up in here.
Welcome to the Aperture Science.
You have been asleep for 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. Oh. Did we just pass the heat death of the universe?
Maybe?
Yeah, I think we skipped past the heat death of the universe. Oh. I don't like that. What?
I've been waiting for the narrator to take physical form and
What?
just
Oh!
kill us.
Excellent.
And we're playing Journey now. So are we collecting scarves or...
I don't know. Also, thanks for the follow, Shrimp. Welcome to this game. What is this game? Good question.
What did you say?
Oh. That's the end of that path, I guess. Yep. Alright, well.
Co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
That's what in the now what you try to do. Okay, that's good. I just already just got my
I should probably mute myself.
We're gonna pass that for right now.
When Stanley came to a set of two
All right.
open doors, he entered. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps too majestic. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
And now...
So he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite
Yep,
door,
straight
and got
ahead.
back on track.
Straight ahead. Straight ahead.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office.
No.
He wanted to wander about and get even further off track.
Yeah.
So now in order to get back, he needed
Can
to
I-
go,
Hang on.
From here, it's, left.
We go right. No. Oh, this is the,
Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My mistake.
Oh.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh, dear. Would you hold on for a minute, please?
Oh.
Let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep. Okay. Yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Excellent. Ha-ha.
No.
Oh.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed
Uh-oh.
to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, Who am I? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable.
Oh.
How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Got it. Let's go. From the top.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Suppose it's possible.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere? Or...
No.
Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story.
Yeah.
It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Let's find the story. It's time.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not? All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Okay, yep, it's worse.
Yep.
I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Yeah. Let's see.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
Yeah, we're just gonna...
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Yeah, that seems right. This...
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Woo!
Congratulations!
Yay!
You put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job. Oh, no.
Do you know what ending this is?
We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square.
I don't recall exactly.
Situations. Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is.
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Well, time to restart.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure
It's
Line.
time.
Just follow the line. How simple is that?
We've done it. We've found it. It's time. Oh, of course it's that way.
No, I'm down. We're living it up to the line from now on.
Yeah, no, that's the line trademark. Solitaire.
The adventure line! Now, I have to step away for a second. The adventure line!
Yep.
You see, the line knows where the story is.
I love that
over
it's
in this
trademarked.
direction. Onward,
Yes.
Stanley, to destiny. Here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on.
Don't know what half of those words meant.
Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Yes. Seven.
The name's Bond. What the?
Yep.
What?
Yep.
What?
Yep. It's so good.
Immersive Pro mod, I guess.
It's because this single employee needs this many peer reviews.
Cut the music.
Oh.
Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Okay, let me screenshot it.
You got it? Cool. All right, let's go.
The end is never the end is never the end.
Wait, what?
What?
We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell? Oh. Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you.
Oh.
Everything we You... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
234 is not looking so good.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us?
Yeah.
People, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Yeah, let's go. Adventure.
Now, yes, this is exciting.
Yeah.
Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well,
We're-
it could be anything.
We're in a
What do you
loop
want your
again.
story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley,
Ooh.
I'm ready for it.
Boy, sure wish I could actually speak.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
I'm acknowledging it. Ooh. Oh, there it goes. Ooh.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control.
Yeah.
How important, we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
Got it.
Okay.
Wait,
so
hang
I
on.
know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere the place
There we
where
go.
we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin.
What?
So starting from the right, let us ask,
What?
will taking the right door lead us to where we're going?
Maybe?
And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic.
Aha.
Come, Stanley. Our destiny awaits.
Okay.
Oh,
Yep.
hold up, what's this?
There it is.
The confusion ending. You're telling me it's all one giant ending?
Find the
So
line
let's do
again.
restart
Find
again.
confusion
Eight
schedule. Restart the
times?
game. Forgets about previous restarts.
That's really how all
Play
this
but is
goes?
prevented. Can't go anywhere.
It's all
Game resets.
Determined?
Find the line.
So now,
Begin
according to
following.
the schedule,
Find an
we start
identical
again.
replica
Oh,
of the office that
am
has
I
begun to
just supposed to
deteriorate.
forget?
Make up a story
Oh,
here.
I don't want to forget.
It's
My
no
mind
longer an
goes
office,
blank
simply a
simply
black
because it's
space.
written
Wander
here
into
on this-
blackness,
this
find a bookstore,
thing.
get bored and leave.
Oh.
Narrator restarts the game.
Well,
Narrator is
who
gone.
consulted
After a
me?
long time, Stanley
Why do I
dies.
get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be.
Also, both the
I don't
doors
want
led
the game
into
to
here,
keep
which is great.
restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer
Oh.
stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle?
By the
Did we,
way,
whatever it is that made this schedule.
something
How would we
fun.
even
Like
know?
you said,
Will
bookstore or
someone
something.
come for us?
Mm-hmm.
Will something happen?
I just remember that in like the
So,
early like announcement of Hat
okay.
in Time, there was a bookstore, like the Times
I
End
guess now
bookstore.
we just wait.
Someone made a
You know,
full-on
I
mod
suppose in
for
some
that
way
books
that
to
this is
make
a
that
kind of
bookstore a
story,
thing
wouldn't you
and a
agree?
playable level.
I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always
Neat.
saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Oh. Alright. Well,
Right. Did I tell you Hat in Time has a Dead by Daylight mode now?
oh my god, it does.
Yeah, it's called Vanessa's Curse. It's a DLC.
Neat.
You jump in and it's the good team has to go platforming and collect different crowns that you can use as currency for
all of his
things.
co-workers were
Meanwhile,
gone, what could it mean?
Vanessa's
Stanley decided to go to
minions
the
are
meeting
trying
room.
to
Perhaps he had simply missed the
corrupt
memo.
everybody.
Huh.
I have not been in a game where we have won.
Oh, so it's less a Dead by Daylight and more of just like a zombie mode, like an infection mode.
Yeah, basically.
Gotcha. Also, hey, Rex.
Oh.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh, right, I also wanted to test something over there as
Yet
well.
there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to
Broom
his boss's
closet
office.
is so...
Coming to a
Wait,
staircase,
go downstairs,
Stanley
yeah.
walked upstairs
Yeah.
to his boss's office.
Can't read that.
But Stanley
Right.
just couldn't do
I think
it.
this is the
He considered
insanity
the
ending,
possibility
if I
of
remember
facing his
correctly.
boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
Think you're bleeding through a little bit, Pokemon.
I'll have to go back to my boring real-life pushing
You're good.
I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So,
Yeah.
he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Whee!
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then
Okay, so apparently there's something called, there's someone called 2Keobot or Bot that just said the words, hey cutie.
Yeah, that's Rex.
Hi,
That's
Rex.
Rex's alt, if I remember correctly.
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up.
I'm waiting for this to actually have him wake up.
This dream. I wish it to be over.
Oh, we still need to do the apartment ending. We need to answer the phone.
Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Stanley started to scream.
Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office.
I love it.
I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Stanley began screaming.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
So good.
What's your name in
woke
the
up
call with
on
a
the day
fire?
like any
Yes,
other.
calmly.
She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy, this much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions
This is the most slippery slope
by extension,
thing I've ever seen.
She hadn't so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body.
By that I mean the entire game. Where it's like, oh, you're going to an office. Everybody's gone. You go to meet your boss, except you don't. You go downstairs. You think, why is there a voice? I must be dreaming. I made stars.
All of his co-workers
I'm going to wake up.
What
Help!
Stanley
Dies.
decided to go to the meeting room.
Man,
Perhaps
crazy.
he had simply missed a memo.
That's quite a computer screen. Let's just turn that off. Oh, they're all. Are they all like that? Oh, they're all like that.
He couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Except for that one. Is even the one in there like that? No, that's still Solitaire.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Right, I want to try something real quick
and
first.
The lounge.
If this doesn't work, I'll reset.
But eager to get back to business,
but
Stanley took the first open door on his left.
It seemed like
and so he
I
detoured
could
through
do
the
a
maintenance
thing.
section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track. But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get
I can't sneak
further
under
off
there.
track.
Okay. Boop. I was gonna see if I could slip underneath that and like fall into the hole there.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I don't know which computer it's on right now.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. It was okay.
It was okay.
But eager to get back
It was
to business,
okay.
Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else could be
We've done both
difficult,
things
but
over
the fact
there.
is that the story
Jumped
has been
off.
about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Oh. By the way, I just answered the phone and I'm just gonna let you know, my actual phone greeting is I don't have a car. Otherwise, hello?
What?
Because I keep getting calls from the dealer service.
Oh.
I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. Oh.
Or quote-unquote dealer service.
Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about...
You know, talking about your car's extended warranty. But I don't have a car.
Gotcha!
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here. Sorry, but you're in my story now.
But you couldn't have this same control over the dang...
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Oh.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button.
Now press a different button.
He's eating lunch. Now he's
You need to press a
home.
different button when it comes up.
He's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Nope.
But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So he went further.
Spend
He
time with
imagined
the
that
boys.
he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions.
Blind TM.
And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing's changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Hey, escape.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Rip.
Please die. Is there an ending if we just leave the mind control facility without going in, like, really, doing anything in there?
I don't know, let's find out.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Sure did.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean, he wondered. Desperate for answers, he began turning the room over looking for clues that might unravel the situation. Until at last, Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of
I love it.
Isn't healthy. So he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Yeah. Just settle down. Yeah, there we go. Get a nice sip of water.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Yeah, baby.
And then up. I'm kidding.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
We actually haven't been down this path yet.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Oh. That's fine.
Oh, I can't wait to have a piano drop on me.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Is that true? I can't see the door anymore, so he might be lying.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward.
Yep.
And willingly confront his death.
Yes. Correct. Ooh. Ominous. Whee! Yay! Dark ride.
Into motion, and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise. He reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man.
Oh.
By the way,
and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
I love the dumb meme that was just put in the memes chat.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated, as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly. And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Museum, yeah.
Yes.
When every path you can walk has been
I
created
forgot
for you
which
long
path
in
was for
advance,
the
death
museum.
becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Oh, it's so good. Corridor.
I wonder if any of this was changed.
The 2 doors. Maybe, I don't know. The office. Button sounds. Yeah. Credits. The credits might have been expanded, I'm not sure.
By the way, your birth month is your role in anime. It turns out I'm the useless character.
What's September?
Loner.
Yeah, that tracks.
By the way, April isn't on here.
The lounge.
April just doesn't exist for this, apparently. Oh, dang it. JC is the main character. May is the main character.
Came to the lift, he traveled upward
June is rival. July is hentai. I'm going to shut up.
Stanley pushed the number 6. Stanley stood on the roof. Stanley pushed the big red button.
Kevin writing is so good.
Yeah. Oh, this... I love this game.
It's very good.
I won't spend any money on it, but I love this game. And by won't, I mean can't. Know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Fun! Warzone. Early in development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpreted it as making fun of people who like shooters, which is not our intention.
Yeah, they make fun of people who like open world games.
I mean, the narrator doesn't like open world games. Doesn't mean that the game is making fun of him.
Yeah, I know. I'm making a joke.
Are you a rock? Narrator emails. Could you tell me what the significance of the number 1112800 is? Second trailer sent out email we had initially planned. Never found it. Here's a selection. What would you do if Stanley entered any other rooms?
On a scale of Max Ernest to
Salvador Dali, how surreal will this game be? Wow, congratulations. In line with the previous announcement regarding be the first. Okay. Oh, good shit.
I still think the museum is probably my favorite part of the game. What did it say?
Basically, instead of unplugging the phone, it would be a timer to pick it up.
Ah.
The cargo lift. The original version of it.
Ah. Nice.
Wanted an option for player falling to their death. Wanted it to look more like a place where cargo was actually stored.
Yeah, I think this is my favorite because I just love dev rooms.
Yep. It's very neat. Different versions of The Office.
You mean like the American and British ones? I'm not sorry for that.
The countdown room. Yep. Elevator. Freedom ending. Oh.
Neat.
Already been down there. Out we go.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. how they wish to control one another, how they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let
Rip. Big oof.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Dang it.
When Stanley
You and I
came
had
to
the
a set
same
of two
thought.
open doors, he entered the door on his left.
And I just remembered something.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
What?
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office.
Clicking.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
There it is.
Oh.
I found it.
Sneaky.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Kill surprise.
Well, shoot. Now I'm on track for the speed run, so I guess I'm gonna try and do that now.
Alright, let's do this.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
There we go.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Oh.
Yep.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building.
I don't think I can.
Stanley's
Oh, maybe I can.
The lives of so
There we
many
go.
individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Yeah, I remembered that one.
It was too horrible to
I couldn't remember if you could do the same for that one. I think you can, but
under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions
we're on
were being
track so far, at
manipulated to
least.
accept it blindly?
I don't know how tight it is, but we're gonna find out.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never.
I'm gonna at least go for it.
Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from
Okay,
this
don't press on. Don't press on.
Stanley decided
off.
blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected.
I'm not entirely sure if I got it, but we're gonna find out.
Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had.
At the very least, we got the button, or the computer, which is what I was looking for.
But to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin.
That do it?
Feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of
I think I was a little too
before him.
A little too slow. I'm gonna need to try that one again at some point.
Were meant to happen.
That's fine.
And Stanley was happy.
Boo. Unfortunate. Yeah, you need to get like a really good run from what I remember.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Here we go. Yes. Button heaven. Button heaven.
What happens if you press all the buttons?
Push the buttons. 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 So many buttons. Button heaven. We're in button heaven. Could have sworn there was something in here. Oh well. Good shit. All right.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were.
Yep.
Just a matter of time.
Just a matter of
when Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
We're trying the speedrun?
up to his boss's office. Coming to the staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I mean, we'll see, but... Oh.
Here's the door, just go.
I mean, I guess, yeah. I guess we're doing it now. I was gonna do something else, but if it's just gonna give it to me, I'm not gonna complain.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control.
Not entirely sure I'm on pace, so
wasn't it?
I think we're gonna try something else.
Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Yeah.
Here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
Maybe.
After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that
I
what
mean,
you wanted? Control?
Maybe.
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that.
I mean,
you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
Uh-oh.
In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going.
No.
I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story.
To think I felt bad for this
simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying.
That's broken.
Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
No.
Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley.
Goodbye,
That's
employee
30 seconds you have left to
247.
struggle. 30 seconds until a big
Or 427.
no ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Now, if only we could have hidden in a refrigerator.
Hello. This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages.
Oh.
If at any time you believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it immediately and cease all flow of information from the recorded message into your perceptual sphere. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
Noted. Absolutely
Wonder what's going to
noted.
happen with that.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
I
he entered
actually
the
mean
door
that.
on
I
his
wonder
left.
what's going to happen with that.
I don't know if it's gonna take us down that same like memory dump area, or if
Yet there was
it's
not a single person
gonna
there either.
access new,
Feeling a wave
like
of
actual new
disbelief,
content.
Stanley decided to
I'm
go
not
straight to
100%
his
sure.
boss's Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Here's the door, just go.
No.
Eight.
Do it again. It's not gonna do it again. Whatever, I got it. It's fine. I wonder if they actually added an ending for if you fall off in the area down here, because I don't think there was originally. I think if you fell, you soft-locked originally.
Oh, let's try it.
I am curious.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I'm gonna try it on the other
lights
one.
rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility welcome.
They did.
You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours. So here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending.
Yeah.
Is your perception of the value of these updates? Isn't that what you crave? New content? Always more content, more content, more. And I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game with secrets and Easter eggs.
Yeah.
How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section. You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are.
Ooh.
We call this track, Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
Good job. You did it. Good job. 3, 2, 1. Good job. You made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. You jumped on the catwalk. You should have been careful. You should have been careful. It used to be a bug, but now it's an ending. Now it's an ending. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier and chase your dreams. Railings don't mean anything. Good job, you did it. 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 Good job, you did it.
Oh, they actually reset as well. That's very good. Yeah, I think Sai's got a point. We're gonna probably start wrapping this up so that we can start setting up for Sai's stream. If you want to keep watching me do silly stuff, you can go check us out over on her channel, and I'll be back then. So,
Yep.
Until then, thank you all
Later,
so much for watching. And I will probably... There's not too much in this game, I would imagine. We can go ahead and explore it a little bit more tomorrow. But, yeah. I'll see you then.